Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank. And I wanted to share a story with you about a chipped tooth. And it happens to be my chipped tooth. The reason why I wanted to share this separately from like the Master Heart family, which this story was shared on, is for those of you that maybe missed that and to know that everything and anything, if we ask to look for the wanted in it, the good in it, then we will find it. So let me share with you my chipped tooth story. Last Wednesday, I chipped my tooth. Don't really know how. I mean, I was eating, but I wasn't eating like a bunch of bones or whatever. But I chipped my tooth and my rear left tooth, bottom tooth. And immediately, I said to myself, "This is great." And I then turned to my wife and said, "Hey, this is great. My tooth is chipped." And she said, "Well, why do you say it's great? What's good about that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a journey that's going to lead to all kinds of wonderful things." So she just laughs and kind of rolls her eyes. She knows me well enough. And so I called my dentist. And my dentist lives about a half hour away from me, but a really great dentist. And I call my dentist and they tell me that there are no more appointments for last week. And then the dentist is on vacation till after July 4th, which is 2-3 weeks out. And so I said, "Oh, that's great. No problem. Thanks so much." And they go, "What do you mean it's great?" And I said, "Oh, it's just leading me to something even better." And so sure enough, it did. And so I got off the phone and I was texting with my dentist and saying, "Hey, we'll try to get an opening if we have one." And I just breathe deeply. And I know that when I breathe deeply, I get rid of that committee, that drunken monkey, and I'm at ease. And then I'm in a state of allowing. And when I allow, then I can get the thoughts and I can attract the people and the circumstances that will make this a wanted situation. And so, chip my tooth, dentist not available, and I'm just breathing in deeply and kind of go about my day. And all of a sudden I think, hey, I'll just go ahead and Google the dentist nearest me. And so I do. And unbeknownst to me, because I haven't paid, whatever you focus your attention on will grow and will appear in your life. Well, I never focused my attention on the fact that there's a big, huge dental office that probably takes me 1 minute to get there. And it's next to the grocery store that I typically shop for my groceries once in a while. And so I called them, and the dentist that I know nothing about. And I said, "Hey, I chipped my tooth. Do you have an opening?" And they go, "Well, we just happen to have an opening right now." And I go, "Oh, great. I'm just a minute away. I'll be right there." So this is now, we're still less than 10 minutes into this. And it's just all because I'm feeling good, because I'm anticipating good news, a good journey, a fun journey, a productive journey. And so I go to the dentist. And they take, my insurance information and all that, and look at my tooth and everything, and they decide that I need a crown. So because I'm still texting with my dentist, I say, "Hey, how much do you guys charge out of pocket?" Because I have insurance, but typically something like this would be out of pocket. And they say it's $469. And I go, "Okay, great, thanks." And right then, see, everything just starts falling into place. It's like dominoes. You just hit the one domino, the chipped tooth, and it just leads to better and better things. So the bookkeeper comes in, the billing person for the dentist, and says, "Hey, here's what you need and everything." And the out-of-pocket cost is $1,089. And I said, "Oh, well, my dentist, I just heard from my dentist, because I asked him how much a crown would be, and they said my out-of-pocket would be $469. So I didn't even ask that I wanted a deal or anything. I just stated what I just was happening in my experience at the time. And this bookkeeper kind of got all nervous and said, "I'll be right back." And so runs off and comes back in a couple of minutes and says, I just talked to the dentist and we'll match it at $469. I'm like, oh, that's great. You know, just save $500-600. It's just so much fun. And so they do my tooth. Everything is just easy and simple. And I bet it's no more than 2 hours after I chip my tooth that I have a temporary crown, a new crown being made, an appointment for that. And I walk out, and so now what have I done? Well, I've saved over an hour of travel time right to my regular dentist. I got this done right away. I got it done, saved over $500 and saved it. And then I just expected it to get even better. So all of a sudden I have a thought, and I love my little lottery scratch-off cards. And because I say I'm lucky, that I'm way ahead. I make way more money than lose my thousands of dollars that I've made in doing just fun, whenever I am inspired to do it. And so all of a sudden I think, oh my gosh, you know, this got done so quickly, I have some extra time. I'll go to my grocery store, which is literally right in the same area right next door to this big, huge dentist office that I never really observed that was there before. And I walk in and I look at this, it's a machine with the different, you know, scratch-offs on it. And I always was looking at a machine, and I just allow myself to be just, where am I inspired by? And it was this green, and I love green, and green is for Archangel Raphael, who is health, who gives us mental, emotional, and physical health. And so I love green, and there's this beautiful emerald green, just like the color green of Archangel Raphael. And it has a 7 on there. And 7 is a spiritual number in the Bible. It's the week. It's really, whenever you see the letter 7, the number 7, that I always think about, this means life, okay? And what a beautiful life it is. It's a beautiful world when we look for it. When we ask, I want to see the good in this. And that's a great one to write down and say, I want to see the good in this, and you'll start seeing the good. And so I put in, it's $20, put in the $20 and get this beautiful looking 7 light green Archangel Raphael. And I just do the barcodes because I don't want to play the game, because sometimes I miss it. I miss what I'm winning. But the barcode, I just scratch the barcode, put it under there, and I win $500. Bingo. So now I made money going to the dentist. I got my whole cracked tooth done and everything within 2 hours. I went and got a discount on the dental charge, and then I win $500 and cost me $469, cost me $20 for the day. So I made like $10 on the deal. Didn't cost me to make $10. So we think, wow, all of that is just great, kind of fun. Like, you know, here I've taken and turned around something that most people would use their little committee and say, oh, this is terrible, and talk about it and complain. Instead, I'm bragging about it. I'm saying, here's the good news. You know, the good news is a chipped tooth, and it gets even better. And a great question to ask the universe, God, all it is to ask this: how does it get any better than this? And then God will find a way to make it better than what it is. So while I'm in the dental chair and and they're just finishing up on my temporary crown, that this bookkeeper, accountant guy comes in, and he goes, hey, I wanted to let you know, and I didn't ask for this, nothing. It's just that I'm expecting more good news, okay? And so this person says, you know, that I just wanted to let you know that there's a insurance, and you're saying insurance that you have, where it pays for everything and anything. And so like there's no deductible at all. And just wanted to let you know that. And I said, oh, what's it called? And he said, like Humana Honor or something. And I said, oh, great, I'll call. So I call, and for $25 more, I get $5,000 every year of anything to do with dental. And so you can have, you know, braces or cosmetic, anything, doesn't matter, that you get that for $25 more. But also, this program includes every 3 months, they send you a $150 Visa card that can be used for supplements and medications. Well, I don't use any medications because I've asked to be healthy, and so I don't use any, to include even like a cholesterol one I used to be. I don't do that anymore. I take fish oil. So the $150, remember, cost me $25 more per month, but now I get a $150 credit card to be able to pay for the other things that I would pay for anyways, like fish oil. And so now I'm up, every month, what I'm up on, $25 on that now. And so I made $10 on going to the dentist, and now I'm making $25 more than what I was, initially investing in, getting all kinds of more benefits, and it just gets better and better. And so I can't wait, as I hope that you can't wait, to see just how much better your life can become when you look for the wanted, when you ask, I want to see the wanted. And in everything, every particle of the universe is the wanted, is in there if you look. Every chip too, every person is the wanted, believe it or not. That every circumstance is the wanted. When we look for the wanted, we'll get it. And this way, your dreams will come true, and a happy life will be yours from now on. Love you all. Take care. Bye.